I think it'll work. How's everybody doing? What's going on? Guava, welcome into the Greenhouse Lounge. I'm gonna just get right into it because this one I really don't want it to be long. I just really wanna uh, talk about how we hurting ourselves for no reason in all kind of different ways. Really. Good morning, Happy Mac. How you doing this morning? Uh, hey, Tanya's Toya's Pantry. How you doing? Hey, Angela. Hey, the Jared family. How y'all doing? Good morning, everybody. Hey, Daryl Jarvis. I just wanted to come in here early today because I don't know about y'all. Hey, Callie Homestead with Pooh Bear Backyard Family. Old McMoney, how you doing? Will Green, Happy Mac. Adric, how you doing? My Renaissance Grandma, I couldn't pronounce that other name. Gardening for Better Health, Vine Will, Small Talk. Hey, I'm gonna get right into it because I kind of really don't. I really don't want to be into this too long unless it just ends up there. I'm taking a break. I've been working. I'm still out on the acres, and I've been working earlier and earlier. I've been trying to get up to the point. I'm almost at a point where I'm getting up before the sun come up because it be so freaking hot. It's so hot. All I keep wondering to myself before I get into what I want to talk about is, you know what? As hot as it is, I don't hear nobody telling me that global warming is fake right now. I haven't had one troll. I haven't had one troll come in here and talk about some global warming is fake. Okay, go outside without a hat on and stand there for about an hour. I don't care where you at, in the north, the south, east, or west. It don't even matter. So, what I'm here to talk about, uh, you got to know when to quit, and I'm going to talk about this in several different ways, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm going to make it a whole series because if I don't make it a whole series of this video, it's I'm gonna be doing this for the next 6 hours, and I don't want to do that. I have a whole series of knowing when to quit, love, life, relationship, gardening, prepping, the whole shebang. So I'm going to be doing that coming up once a week, knowing when to quit. Okay, we're going to be talking about knowing when to quit your job, knowing when to quit your spouse, knowing when to quit gardening, knowing when to quit prepping, knowing when to quit uh, arguing. We're going to talk about all of that, and I'm going to talk about it until I'm done, until I'm blue in the face. Because one of our biggest problems is we don't know when to quit. We have a built-in device that for some reason we act like we forgot. We just don't use it. We have let technology take over our damn near our souls to the point that we don't have any discernment whatsoever of when to sit your butt down. And I'm guilty of that. I'm totally guilty of that. What I mean by that is, uh, I last week when I was out here doing putting the dirt, the soil in the tubs, y'all saw how hard I was working, right? That was nothing. The next day I went so hard. It was 100. I looked at that thermometer out there, and it was 106 degrees outside in the sun. I had on a black t-shirt, black jogging pants, and a hat, a straw hat. And I'm like, you know, it's a small little dizzy feeling that you feel when you know you're doing too doggone much. It's dizzy. What that is, them is the early signs of a heat stroke, right? It's 106, and what made me, I stopped, like, hold on a minute, looked over at the temperature at the thermometer, 106. I was working so hard I didn't even realize I had been out here for like 7 hours hard. I done cut the grass, I done did everything, right? We don't know when to quit. Because once you get in that groove, once you get in that groove, like everything is going just the way you wanted it to, everything is working the way you want it to, you forget, you lose all sense of common sense. So you just say, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep on working or keep on going. And the next thing you know, you dehydrated, you dizzy, you nauseous, and these days, I keep saying this, and I don't care who believes it and who don't. This ain't the same as it was 100 years ago. Nothing about this planet is the same as it was 100 years ago. And I mean that in every sense of the word for all the people that want to get technical and try to rag on me about that. Of course, it's not the same as 100 years ago. That was 100 years ago. That's not what I mean. I mean this weather and the way everything is done and the freedoms that we have to take care of it. What's up, Sunday Backyard Farmer? The freedoms that we have to take care of them. Say it was 100 and something or better 100 years ago, right? Things was different. It was more trees. It was less pollution. It was other things that we could have done. And here's another thing. Like just say 50 years ago, 70 years ago, now I can think about it. In the 1950s, there was a lunch break. There was a cigarette break, if you will. They kept giving you breaks, and mom and dad didn't have to be at work all day, and the kids didn't have to be at work all day. And dad only worked from 9 to 3. Mom was at home getting the house ready, so when dad do come from that stressful 9 to 3, or 9 to 5 rather, he can unwind without complaining and that stress of his boss and his job and his work. He coming home to a good meal. He coming home to, hey, here go your robe. Go wash your face. Go wash your hands. Dinner is on the table. Baby, it's okay. It's all right. He had that recharge. What we don't realize is that was our recharge. That was like putting that battery back on the charger. Come home, your beautiful wife done hooked you up a good meal. Your kids got right good sense. They ain't in the streets running wild. You ain't worried about them getting arrested. And you know what I'm saying? Or taken. And we have now all of that on top of, you got to work time after time, overtime after overtime. It never quits. So we've gotten to the mindset now that you got to keep working. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. You're in competition with yourself sometimes, and sometimes you're in competition with other people, and don't nobody even know what the damn prize is. Have you ever thought about that? We be in competition with other people unknowingly, and there is no prize. We just have it built in us to compete, and it's whack. So last week I ain't put out no videos all week, and the one I did was pre-recorded about the compost. I had to chill. I had to just chill. I was like, look, I'm not going out there and do nothing else. We had a storm. We had a crazy storm. It blew over everything. I mean, crazy storm. But I was thankful because today It's only supposed to get up to 89, 85 degrees or something like that. Thank God. Thank God. And you got to know when to quit. You got to know when to stop, because I ain't going to lie to y'all. I'm going to be honest with you, okay? As bad as I want to get my land together, get everything done, neaten it up, get it ready for my family to come, and then I got family coming in from out of town. I want them to see it, but I want it to look half decent. But family, nothing's going to get done if you dead, you know? Nothing going to get done if you dead. Nothing. So I went and picked up another load of my soil. I brought out more water to put in the tank. And I just said, I'm going to be doing some take it easy work. I'm not going to go hard like that for a minute. I'm going to let myself rejuvenate, keep drinking my salt water, and keep myself straightened out. Because you know what? I'm going to say this. Uh, that's another thing about taking better care of your health, too. Uh, I've been eating better, feeling better, everything. And now I'm starting to realize, okay, you have to take a break. My wife always making me, she even done videos about take a break before you break. And, I listen to her. I love her and everything. But then I'm a man too, Gina. Remember? Us men, I'm going to speak for all men. I'm not even playing. I'm going to volunteer to be the liaison for all us fellas. We hard-headed, man. We hard-headed, man. Come on. Come on, man. If you say right now, I ain't hard-headed, you being hard-headed right now. We hard-headed, man. Because these days, we got so much to prove. We got so much to prove as men. I know women too, but I only want to speak for the men because I ain't no woman, so I can't speak on no woman, okay? Uh, we got so much to prove these days as a man. Think about it. All the stuff that's going on, all the rules, the laws, and everything that's changing. As a man, we got so much to prove. We got so much to prove. And it's hard to hit the off switch from that. Even when you get calm, cool, and collected, still got a lot to prove. And you always got your chest puffed out. You ready to go. And all the time, we don't need that. Right. Somebody says stubborn, stiff-necked. Right. Yep. Because we think we're invincible. We think we can just keep going hard like that forever and nothing will ever happen to us. But that can't be the farther from the truth. Say the women who love our men don't need y'all to prove nothing to us. You already did it. That's why we're with you. No, I see now you sound like my wife. I know that part. And this is what I even try to tell my wife. I know I don't have to prove nothing to you. We've been married for over 30 years. I know I don't have to prove nothing. But the thing is, the part that I try to tell her that other women might need to hear, man, it's instilled in a real man, okay? It's instilled in you to be the protector, the provider, the nurturer. It's built in us. Hey, TLC, it's built in us that way. And it's hard to cut off. And then these days, if we as men keep going hard the way we normally do, we're looked at as mean, cruel, too hard, too rough on the children. You know what I'm saying? But then when we lighten up, we simps. But then when we lighten up too light and start wearing pink socks, then it's a political issue. You understand what I'm saying? So some of this is built inside of us, and it's hard for us to shut off that protector, provider switch. And the world has not come to terms of what they define a man as for some reason. So you can't be, it's like the Goldilocks syndrome. You can't be too hard. You can't be too soft. You got to be just right. But what is just right as a man? I'm going to say this. You got to know when to throw your hands up and say, look, I quit. I quit. You got to know when to quit. When you're doing too much, you're going too hard in the paint, because you will kill yourself. Okay? As a man, you will kill yourself real smooth like. Breeze says, I can't turn off I can't turn it off. My wife passed and I got 2 daughters I have to raise alone, but I'm on my square. Amen. And I'm going to tell you, that make it harder, especially fellas when we got daughters. Sunday Backyard Farmer got daughters. Oh, Lord. Eco Neighbor got daughters. You know, I know a lot of us, I think J3GS Farm got good daughters, I believe. But all us men with daughters, oh, I've been told I'm being too rough on the kids. And you know what? There was a time I was like, maybe I am being too rough. And then there was a time I was like, nah, F that. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Because whispering to people like, it's going to be okay, dear. It's okay. Just don't do that. Man, my kids don't be getting in no trouble because they knew I'm not playing, man. And guess what? To me, maybe I was too hard on my kids at times, and maybe I could have let them slip off and do a few things they friends was doing at times. But again, I'm not trying to raise no friends. If they don't, if your kid grow up and don't like you, and this is how I look at it anyway. If they grow up and don't like you, I wasn't raised you to be my pal anyway. I got fishing buddies. I didn't lay down with your mama to go pump out a fishing buddy. Okay? I didn't lay up there with your mama to pump out another fishing pal. I got plenty of them. Another a drinking partner. Somebody to play chess with. I didn't lay down with your mama for that. So all I know is when your kids be mad at you when they grow up and they don't like you, this is how I look at it. How are they doing though? They might not care for you at all. How are they doing in life though? They're doing good, working hard, staying out of trouble, never been in trouble with the law, staying away from the police and everything, knowing how to keep their head down and knowing when to poke their chest out. Guess what? I don't care about your feelings about whether you like me or not then. Because my job, I've done a good job. You show me every day I've done a good job. You ain't never been to jail, never been to prison, never been arrested for nonsense. I did my part. And to me, that's some man shit. You know, I'm not going to rag on nobody else. I just know that I'm not raising no friends. I got friends. If I wanted more friends, I'll just go to the mall and meet new people. I didn't want to raise no friend. I wanted to raise good human beings so we can counterbalance the evil in the world. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to raise some good human beings to counterbalance this evil that we got in the world, because the evil, it looked like it's winning. The scales ain't balanced. That evil stuff that people is doing is You know, that's 50 cents a pound right now. So I know I'm all over the place, and I mean to be. That's why I said I got to do this in a series, and we're going to talk about every issue that I'm going to bring up about knowing when to quit. Let me jump back to where I started. I almost had a heat stroke the other day because I was going too hard out here on Freedom Acres, and I had to know when to sit my butt down, put the fan on me, and I'm gonna get in here. We only in 20 minutes good because I want to talk about that too. This is gonna switch into knowing how to conserve your energy. Y'all know I'm always talking about prepping, gardening, everything. Knowing when to conserve your energy. This is one of the reasons that I damn near had a heat stroke because I'm watching the weather. When you out here on your land, even in your house, say something happened and your lights go out, the grid go down. So we ain't even got to talk about land. No matter what, when your lights is out or you don't have power, you don't have water, you have to pay attention to every freaking detail. You got to know when to cut your solar power on, when to use your stored up power, when not to. I wasn't doing that. I was trying to conserve all my solar energy because it was a partly cloudy day and the sun wasn't beaming the way it usually does. So I didn't want to overuse my solar backup. With all my solar generators, I was storing up power. So I didn't cut the AC on in the RV. None of the ACs was on. Y'all seen me I've been reviewing these air conditioning. I got a lot of air conditions to review to show you too. Portable air conditioning. But I'm sitting here, and when I felt dizzy, I go into the RV and nothing is cut on. I don't got no fans on. I don't got no air conditioning on. I don't got nothing going, right? And remind me to tell you about ice. Remind me of ice, everybody. Ice. Nothing is going inside it. So I cut the fan on. I cut the AC on. I rush and cut the big AC on, the little AC on. I cut everything on to try to cool me off, right? Because I know I'm not feeling right. And I'm out here by myself. I could scream to the top of my lungs, ain't nobody gonna hear me. So, but these chickens. So I know, okay, drink some water, get some salt water on me. Salt water. Salt water. Not just plain old water, because plain old water gonna come right back out of you. Salt water, because salt water, that I ain't even gonna get into the medical terminology of all of that. Salt water. So here I am again, not knowing when to quit, meaning I don't got none of my solar power on, knowing it's hot outside, it's 106 degrees, knowing if anything I should have the windows open on the RV. I didn't have the windows open because I thought it was about to storm. I didn't have the windows open because because I knew when I'm in for the night, I was gonna cut the AC on. Lazy. I'm being lazy. Being lazy almost got me killed. Being out here with no power, no water, no nothing, you can't be lazy. You gotta know when to quit being lazy and do everything you're supposed to do. It's just a few damn steps that you gotta do, but you gotta do them. So after I cut on all the AC and everything, and I'm sitting there sweating, I done stripped buck naked. I was like, man, I hope I don't die and somebody find me like this. You know, I'm buck naked and I still have my boots on. Listen to this scenario. I took my shirt and everything off, and I had them thick ass jogging pants on and my drawers and stuff, right? And I couldn't take my boots off in time, and I didn't want to bend down because I know what that'll do to your pressure. So I'm sitting up, so I pulled my pants and my drawers around my ankles. I got my sweaty butt cheeks sitting on the damn couch in there where I sit in the RV, and I'm naked from the ankle up, right? I look like a crime scene and I'm the victim. And I said, oh Lord, Don't let nobody find me like this. Don't let something happen to me and they find me like this. You know, cause the first thing they gonna see is all the mess I got in here. He had every air conditioning fan on in here, Sergeant. This looks like foul play to me. Oh Lord, we might wanna go to the medical examiner and get a couple of kits because his pants were around his ankles and he's sprawled out. He doesn't. This looks like somebody else was in here. Pants around my ankles, sweating profusely, buck naked, meat and potatoes, looking up at me like we gonna make it. We good? I don't know, fellas. This one is rough. I gotta laugh about it to keep from crying because I was like, here I am doing too much, and gotta know when to quit. So from that day forward, I didn't do. Remember, the day that I went live and put the dirt in the barrels, this all happened that next day. I haven't done nothing since. Nothing. I ain't editing no videos, nothing. I said, I'm going to just release that one I told him I'm going to release. And I just did that yesterday. So, just to let y'all know, this whole land and farming and homesteading thing is dope. I don't take nothing away from it at all, y'all. But I will tell you this, you gotta know when to quit. Because when you purchase some land, it don't matter how much it is, an acre, 2 acres, whatever. Just away from people, pretty much. I can make you one solemn promise. Thank you, 755 Media. I'm about to get on it. I can make you, thank you for that reminder. I'm going to make you one solemn promise from me, a guarantee from me. Once you buy that land and you come out here, you probably damn near have a heat stroke too. You want to know why? I didn't go through that because I'm just dumb. You know that saying, time flies when you having fun? Man, this is my world, man. This is where I belong. I always have since I've been a little bitty kid. I could go into that story, but I'm not even gonna bother. I belong out here. For some reason, I spend more time outdoors, even in this heat, than I do indoors. And that's the part that drives me crazy about it getting so hot, too hot nowadays. This is my world. And my promise to you is, you gonna have fun. Somebody said you got a vision. Damn right, who just said that? Tranquility, yes. Let me tell you something. When you got that vision and you actually see it coming together, you're like, ooh, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. And next thing you know, your tongue is hanging out on the sidewalk and somebody beating on your chest because you having so much fun. You ever have one of them kids? I got 3 kids, and every last one of them, when you let them out to play with their friends or they at the park, just a neutral park with just unknown kids, they having so much fun. Haven't you noticed when your kid fall off the swing set or the monkey bars, bust their lip, scrape their kneecap, they don't complain? They wipe that blood off with their hand and wipe it on their shirt. And the only way you know your kid got hurt is because you see that look like a grizzly bear done scraped them across their chest. That blood stain on. Where you get blood from? I fell off the monkey bars. You did what? I was racing Billy, and Billy, he was beating me, and I tried to jump so I could be in front of him, and I fell, and I fell on a rock, and blood started coming out of me. Blood started coming out of where? Out of my arm, and I didn't care, and I just kept playing. When you having fun, pain don't be hurting. You don't even know you hurt. Your pain sensors, that's that adrenaline. That adrenaline make it so that pain, just like after a fist fight, you'll be in a fist fight, you'll knock somebody damn head off, and you strong as an ox, but when you done, you'll probably puke after that adrenaline calmed down. Well, it ain't no different out here for us. You get out here on that land and start working that land. I don't care what you doing. I don't care if your land already set up. But you gardening or something. Or you placing things where you just bought one of these garden tubs or something, want to put it out. Let me tell you something. That's so much fun you don't realize your freaking brains are boiling. These are your brains. These are your brains on drugs. Any questions? These are your brains. These are your brains out here in the garden and it's 106 degrees. Any questions, Led? No. So I was just having fun and I didn't know when to quit and I almost boiled my brains out. So please stick with me through this series because we're going to be talking about knowing when to quit. I'm going to touch every topic of this. So please, when you see knowing when to quit, I'm gonna label this part 1, in the garden. And then we're going to talk about the next one, which is knowing when to, what y'all saw me do, quit your job, relationship, arguing with people that don't even matter. We're going to be talking about knowing when to quit. Like everybody want to live in an apartment, knowing when to quit and say, look, it's time for me to move. It's time for me to quit living in an apartment. It's time for me to, or quit living in a house and move into an apartment. We're going to talk about every layer of this, okay? So please join me when you see me put up knowing when to quit, we going to do it. The next one is knowing when to quit your job. So now I want to tell you something else to say. I'm going to say saved my life. And thank you, 755 Media. Yep, thank you. Somebody else just said it too, who just said that. Tranquility D, thank you. The ice. I'm gonna bring y'all in here because I think my phone about to overheat. It's that hot out there. There we go. Oh, that's much better. The ice. I'm gonna speak on this, and I'm gonna do another review again. But it's a review that y'all have already seen, but some people don't think it's necessary, and I'm telling you, it's a lifesaver. Not just a game changer. It's a lifesaver. I bought this other ice machine. Everybody know I've been talking about ice machine for like 5 years. And everybody's like, for what? I got an ice maker in my refrigerator, but you can't take it out and take it nowhere with you. That's number 1. Let me tell you something about that ice. That ice machine, when my air condition wasn't cold yet, remember I told you, I had just cut it on. The fan ain't doing nothing but drying me out even more. So I'm not cooled down yet. I'm buck naked, pants around my ankles like a victim, like I've been victimized. One thing that I had running, by mistake, my ice machine. I had my ice machine running off of my Blue Eddy AC 200p. And the only reason my ice machine was running is because my Blue Eddy AC 200p is in the RV, sit right next to me when I'm sitting down in there. Y'all ever see my videos? I'm sitting down talking. It's sitting right next to me. I just totally forgets about that because it's right here. And that's what I keep my coffee machine, my coffee maker, and my ice maker plugged into constantly. I got 600 watts of solar going into it, so I don't ever even worry about it. I was able to grab hands full of ice, and as soon as I would be done crunching and eating the ice, this literally, you could feel it cooling my insides, I could feel my body rejuvenating because it was bringing my core temperature down. So by the time I finished eating a big quart jar of ice, just ice, and then the salt water was separate, that ice machine kick out another rack of ice. Boom, here go another rack for you. So I never lost any ice. I promise you, at the end of this video, I'm going to put up my ice machines in this description box and in the first pinned comment, because I promise you, family, one of the most important things on this whole setup that I'm working is that ice maker. Every freaking day, that ice machine saves my life. Not just in a horrible time like it was the other day, but every day. When I'm like, dang, my water boiling hot, even though you have water, even though you have plenty of water, man, boiling hot water in your body, that does not help. Boiling hot water shoots right back out, if you dig what I'm saying. Boiling hot water shoots right back out of your system. It's not hydrating you. It's not replenishing you. It's coming right back out. I'm going to show you both of my ice makers, and I'm going to link the videos that I did with both ice makers on the end of this video. Okay, that ice maker saved my life. Thank you, everybody that reminded me of the ice 755 media and everybody. Thank you. All right, I'm taking questions. I'm just taking questions, and I'm gonna try to keep my answers as short as possible, so I can hurry up and get this dirt, this soil in the buckets and get going. Let me see. Karima says, this is reality for you, Led. I have you on my flat screen television and my cell phone watching you live. Well, thank you, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. Say, I have an ice machine. Need to see how many watts it pulls. When it's making ice, it pulls, don't quote me, 120. It's either 120 or 150 watts. I already checked. Yes. But that's only when it's making ice, because once you got a whole bucket of ice, it just stops and it ain't pulling nothing. Thank you, Very Wise Alternative. Say, I'm very proud of you and your wife. Thank you for that. I'm proud of her. I got so much to tell y'all about her and why she been off the scenes. I am so proud of that woman. Get ready, Prepper said, I just saw a video of some company that just released an ice maker with a built-in battery. That's EcoFlow, and I'm going to be showing you that soon. That's EcoFlow. Oh, no. EcoFlow has a refrigerator with the ice maker on it with its onboard battery. But there is you know what? A company reached out to me with an ice maker with an onboard battery, and I haven't heard back from them. So I'm waiting to hear back from them. You're right. There is an ice maker, and the only reason I reached back out to them, because I was like, man, that's dope. That is dope. Okay? So you're right about that. There is an ice maker, and as soon as they contact me back and ship it to me, I'll be able to show it to you guys. Thanks for reminding me of that. I totally forgot about them. That was months ago. Yes, she is, Angela Wright. My baby is the bomb. Are you doing another video on solar generators? I have so many videos. I have too many to. Okay, I'm going to announce. Nope, I can't do that. Yes, I'm going to do. I have about 5 videos right off the rip that I have to do. Solar generators. Then I have to do about 4 or 5 electric bikes that I have to do. I have to get this out of the way. So please stay tuned. My review videos, I'm trying to put everything over on Lead Tech 73. It's going rough because my life is all over the place. My life is here and there and everywhere. So I'm doing my videos, transporting my garden, transporting my life out here, and trying to appease all of my sponsors that I really appreciate. And I got to say that again. I appreciate my sponsors, and I know I'm behind on a lot of things, and I'm working on it. Okay. Say I bought an EcoFlow generator. That's one. I'm going to go more in depth about, I'm going to talk about my favorite companies. That's what we're going to talk about. That's going to be another one too. Dehumidifiers. Dehumidifier. There's a until lit. I can't. I don't. Grace, yo, message was scrambled up or something. Favorite solar generator rated over 2,000 watts. At this very moment, and I'm only speaking on what I have. My favorite solar power generator over 2,000 watts, hands down, at this very moment. And that's not from the other stuff that I'm done testing. I'm not including them because my opinion may change. Right now, hands down, EcoFlow. The reason I say EcoFlow, because they're doing things that no other solar power generator company is really doing. They have a few things that's a little weird here and there, but for the most part, I'm not even going to get into it. And again, disclaimer, those are the only ones. I'm only speaking on the products that I have and the products that I have reviewed and put to the test thoroughly. I'm not speaking on none that I have not reviewed yet. I'm not speaking on any that I don't own yet or never touched and dealt with. I'm only speaking on what I have done and what I own, okay? I don't want people to be like, but no, the such and such is better. It might be, but I'm only speaking on what I know, okay? Hey, Bob in Missouri. Hey, TLC in the garden. Get ready, prepping. Say that lawnmower robot is interesting. Yeah, so far. Are you still collecting rainwater? What do you mean by that? Please, please, please tell me which solar generator will work with my sump pump. I don't know how many watts your sump pump pulls. You gotta know how many watts. That is every solar power generator, every appliance that you have, you really need to know that. If you don't know about your wattage, your amperage, and your amps and your volts, if you don't know that, there's no way I can answer that question, because you might buy something and it's just not enough. And you might buy something that is, we're going to do a solar talk, and I'm going to go over on Lead Tech later today, and we're going to do a talk about just about generators, because I don't want to do that right now. We'll be here all day. Thank you, Karima. Thank you, sir. We love you, Led. We need deep in this camp. Amen. Thank you. Trigger said, let's try this. What do you do to clean out your ice machine? I have tried a few things, but still some brown stuff coming out. Brown stuff. All I do is take a clean rag. I don't put no soap through it, and wipe down all the areas that I possibly can, because some of those components, don't try to take them out. You'll never get them back in. And you run vinegar water through it and let that vinegar water make a whole bunch of vinegar ice. That vinegar is a disinfectant. Don't run bleach through it. Run distilled vinegar through it. And you will see. I've been using mine for 5 years, running strong, and it's very seldomly not been in operation. I'm talking about even in the winter, we got ice going, because the holidays start rolling around, parties, birthdays, the ice machine got to be rocking. Thank you for that, Jared family. Says, thank you, sir, for always having right now word. Many blessings to you and your family. Thank you so much. Yes, vinegar. Just run the vinegar through it. Let it let it make a full thing of ice. Every bucket of ice it run out, or let it just run all day like that. And trust me, you gonna taste the difference in your fresh ice too. After you run that vinegar through it, then run a couple of clean rounds through it, and then trust me on this. Some people try to make it go fast and try to just run it a few times or just rinse it with vinegar water. I just let mine run all day like that. Sacrifice one day to the vinegar water cycles, and trust me, you'll thank me later. Don't try to tear that thing apart. Let me see. Could the brown stuff be rust? No, that's all plastic. The brown stuff, I'm going to tell you what the brown stuff probably is, and I'm just thinking of from some other scenario. The brown stuff is from dust, dirt, and debris that flies into your machine every time you open the front end up. That dust and stuff settles at the bottom. After that dust and stuff settles at the bottom, it turns into mold, and that red and brown, green mold, that's running through your system. You got to clean, even in your Berkey water filter. When it's hot like this and stuff, you got to clean that out. Those things, they don't do everything. We got to do some stuff ourselves. Ina says, my EcoFlow 2 Delta Max 2 is on the way. Solar panels are already here. It's going to be powering a 12 by 30 shed building. Next project is installing gutters for rain catchment. Okay, you on top of your game. Lead, I think they mean rust in the water iron. I don't know. I've never dealt with such a thing. I just don't know that. To be honest with you, I only put water from my Berkey into my ice maker. I'm not kidding. So if it's a rust problem and it don't come off, I don't know anything about that. I wish I could help you. Let me see. I'm looking for those questions. Two chicks say, hey, Led, I love what you're doing for the peeps. Keep it going. We appreciate y'all from New Orleans. Hey, thank you, two chicks. Grow that work. I think I know. I think I subscribe to your channel. I've seen you. Well, thank you for coming over here. Good to meet you. Thank you, my sister. Talking about collecting rainwater makes me want to cry. We need rain so badly here, Tranquility says. Glad you didn't actually stroke out. No, I ain't that dumb. I knew when, like I told you, this whole video is knowing when to quit. I knew, all right. I wasn't trying to shake it off like Rocky or something. Come on. No, okay, my eye is a little cocked. It ain't a whole 12 gauge cock yet, but it's about a 20 gauge cock. And I need my eyes kind of, I move this eyeball and this one stays still. It's time to go get some water. So, yeah, I wasn't that dumb, but I know we can all mess up. What are you canning this summer? Nothing. It's too effing hot to be canning out in the blazing heat. The only what, number one, let me put into perspective of that real quick. I'm not doing a lot of things that you normally see me doing, gardening and everything else. And the reason for this is this. I'm in a transition of life, literally. Me and my family are moving out of our hometown and from the city, the heart of the city, busy, bustling city, popular city, to the country, out in the middle of the freaking woods, in the middle of nowhere. So all of the things that I'm doing, I'm still, I don't even have time to can. Even if I could in the summer, I don't have time. I got so much other stuff. I'm that Papa Bird. Getting the nest ready for Mama Bird to come. You get what I'm saying? I'm Papa Bird getting that nest ready for Mama Bird to come. I did it when we moved to Atlanta. I did it when we moved to South Carolina. And everybody that's ever wondered about moving from state to state, this is how I did it successfully. I did not pack my whole family up at one time and just do what I do, except for South Carolina. That was different though. I went out, scouted out a spot, got a job. I mean, I'm the one that sacrificed myself, stayed on the couch, lived with my oldest brother in Atlanta, Georgia, in Decatur, lived with him, got a job, got on my 2 feet, got an apartment. From the apartment, moved my house, my family down. From that point on, moved from an apartment to a house. So that's what I'm doing now. Same thing. I'm getting everything set up for all my wife and my family have to do is come and pick out a room, pick out a spot, because I'm setting up that nest. And sometimes we try to do too much. And we'll pack the whole family up with barely any resources and go and live and with no knowledge on how to live like that. And then we fail and go back home with our tail between our legs. It just don't work that way. Leah, do you have an email that you share public? I'm inquiring about the trailer. Yes, leadfarmer73@yahoo.com. Hey, the real Ash Bougie. How you doing? Say, hey, Led, my first time catching you live. Thanks for the lesson. Thank you so much. Say, hey, Led, is there? Oh, got that one. Hey, Led, is there any family or maybe friends that can help you with Freedom Acres? You want to know something? I don't want anybody out here. I know that sounds crazy. I know that sounds crazy. I just don't want anybody out here. My family, when my family comes here, when my wife is here, you rarely see her. You've seen her, I could probably count on one hand, twice, 3 times. When she's here, my son and my daughters is here, my daughter and my sons is here. They don't want to be on camera. We just out here. That be our time. That don't be YouTube time. So they can help. But the part that I really need help with is my vision. And to me, you can't help me with that. That sometimes you'll probably be more in the way than help. And that's why I'm like, the stuff that I got in my brain, this is me over here. I'm just kind of like, let me do me. When it comes to the other side of my land, that's a whole nother ball game. Say, I wouldn't dare do it alone. Sometimes, some things you can't do alone because you're not supposed to. Amen. And then sometimes there are times you are supposed to be alone. Let me touch on that too. There are times that you should be alone. Let me back up to remember when I was telling you I'm having fun and that's what got me in trouble. Family, we have all been raised up in a world, this new world, to think that we need to be climbing on top of each other. Every time you ask a question, you just turn around and somebody's supposed to give you the answer. Every time you need something, you reach your arm out, somebody put it in your hand, right? You get hungry, you go to a window, you hand them your card, they hand you some food. Let me tell you from personal experience of years of experience, not just now since I purchased Freedom Makers, but years of experience. You need to be alone sometime. Because when there's nobody around, when you have a question, you just can't turn around and somebody that's going to give you a half-ass answer is going to answer. No, that's when it's your time to talk to God Almighty himself, because he's going to give you the right answer. It's times you need to be alone, because when you're alone and it's peaceful like this, my mind is clear. I can think. I can see my vision. I can see my artwork, just like my eyes are open. When I close my eyes, I can see my house, my new built house over there. I know exactly what it looked like inside and out. I know where my swimming pool is going to be. I know where my workshop is going to be, my farm equipment, my pole barn, my chicken coops, my beehives, and my My orchard and my garden, I can see that with my eyes closed. And I can't do that when it's 50 other people talking over you. Or the car drive down the street with the loud music. Or the neighbor is cutting the grass. Or this neighbor got the weed whacker going. Or they got the lawn care crew. You cannot function that way. We're led to believe that this is just the way it's supposed to be, and you're forced to try to do things with all of this confusion going on. And that's where we're led astray, and we mess up because we're so distracted by so many things. Sometimes you need to be by yourself. You have to trust in yourself, trust in whoever else you with, and trust in the Lord, and be by yourself to meditate and think. You're more productive that way. I promise you this. I'm not that kind of guy. Don't trust and believe. I love me some Lady Led. I would build a nest right up in there if I could, But I'm telling you, it's times I need her to go be her and do her thing, man. Because I know how important it is for me that sometimes, that's why she has her office and I have my office. We don't have the same office. Because I want to be able to do things my way. And sometimes I need to be in here and I can concentrate in when I'm editing my videos. And while I'm editing my videos, sometimes I'm beatboxing. That's crazy, I know. But I will sit there and be like, and she like, what? Oh, my bad. You need to be by yourself. It brings you closer to God spiritually, physically, and sometimes it just opens your mind to new things. Sometimes we just got to shut up. So I understand what you mean by you shouldn't be out there by yourself. But I promise you, yes, I should. Yes, I should. I've accomplished a lot on my own because I can think. Right now, I can't listen to. Maybe you should put it over there. Maybe you should do this. Maybe it'll look better over there. Maybe it go here. Y'all saw me live. Y'all saw me live when I told y'all where I wanted my garden tubs, my chicken coop and everything. And in that instant, it all changed. Remember that? I was like, oh, no. Oh, the garden will look better over here. I'm going to scoot the chicken coop over here. I got to move these garden tubs. I did that in a live video. You know why? Because I wasn't talking to you. The spirit hit me. When you out here by yourself, sometimes I'm telling you, I can't make this up, and I know this gonna sound corny. It's gonna sound corny to people that don't believe like I believe. You hear a voice like a person is talking to you, telling you, nah, you should try this. Ain't nobody around. And it's not that same voice of like your wife or your friend or your husband around like, no, it'll look better over there. I'm telling you, it'll look good over there, because that's going to piss you off. It's this voice in your head to be like, no. Oh, no. Shh. If I scoop this over here, oh, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's that voice. That's that one I'm listening to. And for some reason, instead of me getting pissed off, I'm overwhelmed with joy that I was able to hear that voice. And you cannot hear that voice in the city with hustling and bustling noises all around you. Trains, planes, automobiles, boom boxes, crime, your cell phone constantly ring ding, text messages. You can't function the way you're supposed to. Now, you can function, but you can't function at 100% capacity. That's my word. Okay? So I got to be honest with you. That's part of, you got to know when to quit. You got to know when to quit listening to people that's guiding you down a separate path that you don't belong on. You got to just stop listening to people. You know, if this ain't the path and you don't feel right on this path, you got to just, they might get mad at you, upset or whatever. Be like, look, I think this is my stop. I think it's time for me to get off. Can you do me a favor and pull the cord for me? Because I'm getting off at the next stop. I think our journey together with what we've been doing, whether it's here on YouTube, whether it's in life, in love, life and relationship, whatever it is, I think it's time for me to get off. You got to know when you get off. I promise you, knowing when to get off of something and knowing when to quit is no different than that bus ride I'm talking about. What happens if you don't get off when you're supposed to get off? If you don't get off where you know you're supposed to get off, this your hood, this where you belong. We done went too far anyway. We done went 2 blocks too far. Let me get off. If you don't get off, you're going to end up downtown in the lineup and you ain't going to know which bus to get on to get you back on track. That's life. That whole bus scenario is life by itself. You got to know when to say, I'm done. I quit. I'm finished. Again, I'm doing that leading into knowing when to quit your job. Okay. Hey, Triple Threat. Happy birthday, Triple Threat. Hey, y'all, Triple Threat Firearms and Defense just turned 19 years old yesterday, and she did a whole giveaway. Please give my sister a round of applause, because the reason I say this is because Triple Threat is making her way around every single platform and community on YouTube, from prepping, 2A, gardening, homesteading, ranching, you name it. I believe she probably belonged to a couple of crafting and babysitting channels. I believe she's everywhere. And I want to give you a round of applause for all your accomplishments, ma'am. For all of your accomplishments. Because you are an incredible young lady. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I was able to meet you in person, and you're the same person in person as you are here on YouTube. You don't play, but you somebody we can hang and kick it with all day long, because you real. Thank you, my sister. Happy birthday to you. So everybody go check out Triple Threat Firearms and Defense. She's my moderator in the blue. Thank you so much, my sister. Everybody, I ain't going to keep y'all all day, because what I'm going to do, I already promised. I got a date later. I got a hot date. I'm about to empty all this water. Empty out all this water. Empty out this soil. I got to go get cleaned up. I got a hot date with that spicy hot burrito of mine. And life is good. Life is good. Don't let folks bring you down. Know when to quit on them haters. Pay them no mind. Know when to quit on them. What, instead of quit it on them, what did Nicki Minaj say? Don't say it, but y'all know. Nicki Minaj, instead of quit it on them, y'all know what Nicki Minaj said. Straight quit it on them. Y'all know what. You got to let them haters go. They so sad, sorry, and suck. They suck, sorry, and sad. That's what they is. Let them move on about their business. All right, everybody, I'm going to show you my birds before I go. I figured out why my rooster ain't crowing. He's super young. He's just huge. He don't even know how to jump on their back right. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we got a name for the rooster. How about I go home and tell Lady Led the name of the chicken coop is the Henitentiary. And she said, what the rooster name gonna be? I said, that what do y'all think? If it's the Henitentiary, what do you think my rooster name is? The warden. The warden. The warden. My rooster name is the warden. So, because he's the director of the penitentiary. He's going to see to it that the ladies do their time comfortably. So, yes, the warden. Let me show him right now if y'all could possibly. There you go. The warden himself. Hey, put it away, girls. The warden's coming. See him now. He a pretty rooster, but he gonna be prettier once I get him fed good. Get him fed and get him some good nutrition. Them colors come out of him. Yeah, that's the warden, y'all. So just in case y'all wanted to know, somebody was asking me the other day, what's the rooster's name? I was like, I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm gonna name him. The warden. So everybody, thank you. Please. I know we going hard in the garden. We going hard in the homestead and everything, but it's not worth your life. Nothing is going to get accomplished if you did. Oh, no, I take that back. One thing is going to get accomplished is whatever savings that you saved up, and that insurance money is going to get dished out. That's the only thing going to get accomplished if you come out here and kill yourself trying to do too much, go too hard. I'm in a competition with myself, and I'm going to tell you this. I'm one hell of an opponent, and I need to chill. Before I go, I'm going to say this. I love y'all. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I know a lot of y'all personally, met in person. I know a lot of y'all that we speak constantly on the phone back to back. And I don't talk to people on the phone or in person if I do not like you or I feel some type of way about you. I don't do it. That's not me. So this is going out to the people that I talk to on the phone, the people behind the curtains, the people I talk to in person. I love you. That mean I trust you, or I don't rock with you. If I don't rock with you, I just don't. I won't even pretend to. You understand? It's a waste of my time and energy. We ain't meant to be here forever. So we gotta know when to quit. What's worth it? Me putting dirt in these bins ain't worth me dying. We gotta know when to let it go. So with that being said, everybody have a wonderful day, and please be on the lookout. I'm going to be talking on, because I gotta head all the way back to Colombia. I ain't in the mood for that drive, but I gotta head back, and I'm going to do a Lead Tech talk on Lead Tech 73 channel. Be looking out for that, because all I want to talk about is solar generators and the new stuff that I got popping, the new hotness. I want to talk about it. Okay, I got several things that y'all want to see, you may want to see. Trust and believe me on that, especially this one. Okay, and it's one item that I've already reviewed that I have to go over. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm not even gonna keep y'all in suspense. That Enor air conditioner, that Enor portable air conditioning unit. This ain't me talking on the sponsorship part. This is me. Yo, we have had that thing running 3 weeks, something like that, or better, constantly. Got my whole downstairs cool. All I'm saying is, I'm going to be doing product reviews on several portable air conditioning units. Keep your eye peeled, and I promise you this: there are a couple that you need to keep your eye on. Period. That Enor portable air conditioning ain't no punk. That's all I'm saying. Some people is leaning towards another brand. I get it. But if your chips ain't up that high, that mug ain't no joke. And I've been running it constantly. And for the other people about water, getting water, as you're running your air conditioning unit, collect the water that's coming off of your evaporator out of your portable air conditioning unit. I got a bucket center. See my air conditioning right here on top of my RV. I got a bucket sitting on that because it drips off the side of my RV, collects that doggone condensation water. I haven't even needed to use my dehumidifier because my air conditioning units are pulling all that moisture. That condensation is even more than the condensation in the air. It gathers faster. Trust me on that. All right. I'm gonna let y'all go. Live Farmer 73. I love y'all until you give me a reason not to. And I'm out. Peace, everybody. Be careful. Enjoy your life. Don't put your life at risk. It's not worth it. All right. Peace. If you have any questions about anything I said today, put it in the comment section below, and I'm going to get back to you as soon as possible. And I hope my compost video helped y'all, by the way. Peace.